Hey guys, got another video here. Let me turn my radio down, they might get me for copyright. Good song. Anyways, so this ain't perfect. I kind of slapped my fan shaft back together. As you see, I've got the fan removed. This is the old style rubber hub that are notorious for going through radiators. I'm converting it, so this thing right here, from here to here, will be taken off, and then they'll have the more modern fan that has the pulley. There's a spring, and then the fan, the friction plates and discs and all that. Those are a better setup, and you can convert them. Apparently this one's going to need a spacer called B2122R. It's like $90. Deere doesn't offer them anymore. Hardly anyone offers them anymore, but there's one guy who does have them, and all it is a spacer. So I'm going to wait until I get the used fan parts in from Scott Lambeth, and then see if I really need it, because apparently only the converted shafts need them. The newer style shafts that were made with the friction style don't need them. I don't know what the deal is. Anyways, needless to say, I know how this thing comes apart now. It's not too bad, just gotta be safe. It's really helpful to have a press. We do have a press. I think it's a 10 or 20 ton press. You don't need that much, but that spring, there's a spring in here too, is under some pressure. So, what I really wanted to show you guys, it's not an adjustment video. Kenny Kizzle has a great video for adjusting these governors. I just wanted to show you guys my governor and what it looks like together. Let me grab a flashlight here to kind of show you. Normally you'd have shims. You'd have shims between here and here, and shims between here and here. Unfortunately, my gears are too far worn that it really ain't even going to matter. So ideally what you shoot for whenever you adjust these is, if you can see where my light is, where that little heel is, where the two gears meet, you don't want a lip there. You want them to be even. And you know, if you have a good set of new old stock gears or brand new gears, that's what you want. If you can see, this gear back here overlaps a little on this one, and there's a little bit of a lip. It's kind of hard to see. However, yeah, that's probably like 1/32 of an inch or something like that. But I've got no shims whatsoever in here. Ideally I would, because if these were new gears that weren't worn, they would be meshing way too hard, which isn't good. But let's see if I can't show you this here. Kind of hard. You can see, well, kind of see, not really. Yeah, you can kind of see that lip now. But these gears are so far worn, I still have play in my fan shaft. Now, something with all the shims gone that were new gears wouldn't have any play, but these do. Gosh dang it, I wish. Yeah, there you go. You can see them overlapping now. So, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Ideally, I want to try and run these gears for as long as I can. You can see they're pretty worn. You know, because they don't make these new gears. I wish somebody would. But these are so far worn, I may honestly just get some red silicone or something and put on them. Or what I've thought about doing is ordering one of each, one thick and one thin shim for either one, and putting them together. Just so A, there's a gasket, and B, they have a little bit of spacing, and I know they're not going to mesh too hard. because you can turn it and then you can feel a little bit of a tight spot in them. You won't be able to see it. Like right here, I can feel it, and then it loosens up here, really loose here. Now it's back to being a little bit tight. So that's what you're supposed to do on these. But like I said, these are so far worn, I don't know if I can really worry about it. Another thing is my tube isn't lining up right. You can see right there, the tube wears more on the bottom than the top. Remember, I don't know if I showed you guys in another video, but there's like a hole or something worn right there. And that's from that. I don't know if I'm going to put a new tube on yet or not. I do want to get a new seal or packing, whatever it's called, that goes in there. That might help seal it up a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, so the vague idea on how one of these works is your cam runs that gear, and as it's spinning, you've got your flyweights that go in and out. And as they go in and out, there's a sleeve right here that's technically, this is kind of stuck, but they push back and forth on that rod, and that rod's right there, and that's what's hooked up to your throttle. So as your engine RPMs and everything change due to differing loads, that's what's telling to your carburetor to give it more gas, and that's how those work. That gear's in good shape. That's your governor gear. It rides on your cam. There's your magneto spot. So I don't know, like I said, the biggest thing I'm trying to do is just get her up and running again. But I don't want to cheap out completely and, you know, run them and only be able to run it for a couple years and then have them completely wear out on me. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I know that some suppliers, those gaskets aren't very cheap, or shims. They're called shims. Some people call them gaskets, but they're shims. They're not the cheapest things on earth. I can get this side for $3 a piece, and these are $8.50 a piece. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to show you guys what you're supposed to do to adjust them in order to get them to play into the correct play, and show you kind of how it works. Thank you.